Welcome back, everyone. This is Golmov. We're playing an ExileCraft SMP. This is episode 2. Let me show you what we are doing. So last episode, we found this place, and I just kind of put all my stuff in a chest, and then I put some trees down just so I can have some wood. I got a nice little cobblestone AFK generator here where I just mined overnight, and I got a ton of cobblestone, so that's great. And I put some bamboo down so we can have some quick wood. So that's everything. We're now caught up. So let's talk about this episode. I need iron. Everyone needs iron. And I need villagers. So we know we're putting a villager trading hall up here. And I need to work on maybe a villager breeder here that sends them over. And maybe an iron farm down here. I want to do more than just a single iron farm because they never quite produce enough. And, maybe we can make extra and sell it to the server. Who knows? But, so maybe a 2 or a 4 quad iron farm right here. That'd be great. So, I think that's going to be the plan for today. If we can get the villager breeder done and we can get the iron farm going, then I'd like to start on the villager trading hall. We won't be able to cure them, like I said, but at least we'll have a place to start putting them. So, let's start with getting some villagers out of here. I know I need 2... We're gonna start with 2. So I've got 6 in here. I've got some boats. I've got all the stuff I need to do a villager breeder. So I'm gonna do the one where it's a farm that they feed each other, and then it'll just constantly make new villagers. I won't have to do any sort of, like feeding them over time or whatnot. So I think if I take some glass, let's do this the easy way. All right. So I'm thinking if I drive this in here like this. Oh, crap. Now I'm stuck in here. So we're going to go ahead and leash this guy and run it all the way up the hill. See if this works. Okay. This is definitely the easiest way of moving villagers around. It just, as long as you jump, they have no issues going up the hills. Look at that. Okay, so I've got these guys in here. If I put some trapdoors here, they definitely won't be able to get out. I mean, I can go like this too, but they're too tall to get out, so I'm going to go ahead and let them out of their boat. Okay, great. So I can put a little light there. And I do have some professions for these guys. I have the fletching table, so I can use sticks. I've got all the wood from chopping that down. I've got 5 or 6 stacks of wood, so I can definitely get some quick emeralds there. All right, so now I need a place for the babies to go once they start doing their thing. This right here will create a drop. So for now, let me just make sure I can get out of here. So I'll drop it down underneath these and then run them over that way and then have them pop up somewhere. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like I'm clear to come all the way over to, right about here. Right about here. So what is this? This is coordinate 30. I'll have them pop up at 30. Okay, so I've dug out here to number 30, 1330. So it's going to go up that way. And I need to flush all of the babies over. So I probably need to create an infinite source. So let's just do that real quick. Put that there. Okay, perfect. So if I take one here and one here, that should flush all the way down. I want the babies to come in and float, but not be able to jump up. And then eventually, when they grow up, they're gonna be able to bob up into that. But for now, these babies should not be able to jump up. Great. So now I can easily get in and out. Babies are gonna think they can run over there. They're gonna fall. So this should be good. There's no reason why these guys don't do a thing. Let's watch for a second. Okay, it's happening. It's happening. I had to wait for it to get almost nighttime so that they would recognize the beds. And I believe... There we go. That's the first one. So he should go all the way down. Now you should not bop into that water right there. Yes. So as soon as he grows up, he's going to be tall enough to hit that and bop up. While we were waiting, I went up here and put this. So what this is going to do is pop them straight up. You can see up this, they're just going to climb the water. It's not far enough for them to drown, so we're good. They're going to come over and hit this corner right here. Even if a baby makes it up, they're not going to be able to make it out. I can even put a second one there. So they definitely couldn't come out. Once I have all the equipment, I'll put a dispenser here with a powered rail. And when I power it with a minecart, it'll just automatically scoop one up because they're stuck right here in this corner. So easy enough. So that's a villager breeder done. Now we just need to wait for a bunch of villagers to come up. There are a ton of iron farms out there and a ton of just different designs. And I really just like to make it up on my own. We know the mechanics. We know that you need to block spawns and 16 blocks in each direction and create a nice little spot for iron golems to spawn. They'll spawn every 30 seconds. And then I need to put these guys 12 blocks away, the groups away. And if I do that, I should be able to do maybe a duel with one zombie right in the middle. If the beds are here, then the iron golems are going to spawn in a 16 by 16 radius. So that's 8 blocks out this way, 8 that way, 8 this way. Obviously this way is good. The zombie has to be within 8 blocks of the villagers. So this is 7 blocks away just to make sure that they're good. That means that it might even scare them in the back, so that's good. And then over here we've got 8 blocks out this way. So this should spawn proof the entire iron golem spawning area. And I'm thinking I'll just put them right up here on top. I'll make a platform up here that drops down, and then they die in lava, and we're good to go. Okay, let's put a couple of villagers in here and just get that part out of the way. These guys should be good to go. And I'm thinking right here, if I put a piston right here and I put a guy on a boat, I wonder when it gets dark, maybe I could actually go get a guy with a boat. If I stick him on a boat and I put it on a little timer and pop him up and down, then I don't need to go to the nether and get the soul sand with the water. It might be a little overkill, but honestly, I think it'll work really well. But first, let's get a zombie. So we've got this guy coming down here. I don't want him to be able to get my guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get him in a boat here. Should be easy enough. So if I run him down here, I'm going to stick him underneath this and on top of this piston. So, yeah, that's fine for now. Nothing can spawn. Let me see if I can sleep. No. Alright, so this works. Let's go check on the other villagers. Alright, I don't have the minecarts in place yet, but that's 1, that's 2. And it should be real easy taking these guys downhill. I guess I probably don't need to uncover the zombie yet until I get this, what do you call it? This spawning platform in place. But I am so excited about getting... Oh my gosh, I almost let him out! I'm so excited about getting this iron going. That's going to be a huge help. Okay, we made some changes. So let me show you what we got. So underneath here, I've got this guy popping up and down. And if it ever stops because I log out, I can restart it. And he's popping up just enough so that they can sleep. Waited here for nighttime so you can see it. There you go. There's 2 iron golems just got spawned right there. So we're going to let this go a little bit. I might fix the water situation just to make it a little bit better. But it spawned 2 iron golems. So here you can see that they can sleep. And when he's down, not only can he see their eyes when they're sleeping, but he can scare them up at the top. So this should be good to go. Other than the water situation and just making it flow a little bit better, this is pretty much done and dusted. It's been going for, I don't know, 2 minutes. Yeah, there we go. So we should be pretty solid here. I'll keep an eye on it, maybe AFK a little bit. I did see one get stuck right here. But typically, they're more than 1 block wide, so this little bit would push them over, and this bit would grab it, and it would go. There you go, there's 2 more right there. So this looks like it's working pretty well. Well, I decided I didn't like the way the water was flowing, so I just rebuilt it. So now I've got 4 cells here. So these 2 were the original ones. You can see I just raised them up from right below here. I'm going to fix this because I don't like that either. But I raised them up, and I've got these 2 here. And then I went ahead and added 1 more on each side, so the water has a nice, even flow. This is much more satisfying. And then this is just right down here in the middle. So I've got these guys all in place. It's all boring. It's all tedious. But I'll bring you guys along with the zombie. So I need to get him up and get his boat right here. And I'm going to do the same setup I had down there where he pops up and down. That way, you know, they lose line of sight and nothing ever gets stuck. All right, so let's turn this on. Can I reach it? I can. Oh. I need to put in the line of sight blockers. So if I go like this. So this is how I had it. Oh, crap. That's... Hey. It's left right here. Oh, no. Hopefully that stuff didn't go into the lava down there. Let's just do this. Okay, there. So let me clean up and let's see what the rates look like. I came and checked this just a little bit ago, but I wanted to show you the progress we've made. We're making tons of iron. Now, in that time lapse, you saw that I was making 1, maybe 2. So I was definitely having an issue with these being way too close together. And I could fix it by moving them out a little further, but then I'd have to have a zombie for each one. I can maybe throw the zombie on a minecart and run him around, so he spends 8 seconds at each place, and then I get really nice spawning. But honestly, this is making more iron than I'm going to need. Maybe I can sell some of the iron later. I don't know. But I'm not going to have any issues with hoppers or rails or whatever moving forward. So I'm going to craft these all up in the blocks and kind of go on to the next thing. So I know that we were going to do a trading hall here, but the video is already getting kind of long, and I realized that there's other things that I need to do first. So I've got the trading hall on my list of things to do, but one of the goals, or one of the reasons why we put this here, was so that I could easily grab the villagers and put them into the trading hall. But I want to be able to cure them with a zombie first. That way, once I put them into the trading hall, I don't have to worry about pulling them back out just to cure them and get better trades. So we're going to set up the curing station first so that we can kind of bypass all that. But in order to do the zombie curing station, I'm going to need blaze rods. So we're going to have to go to the nether to get blaze rods for a brewing stand. We'll do the zombie curing station, and then we're going to build the trading hall so we can get iron trades so that we can then get all the villagers and the books and the armor. I know the dragon fight's going to be an event with the server, so we're going to do that later. But there's other stuff I can work on. So I typically do a bamboo sugarcane farm kind of in one as a flying machine kind of contraption. But again, I don't. It's a new server. I don't know how much it can handle. I'm sure it's going to be fine, but I don't want to have to build just a bunch of chunk loaders everywhere. So we're going to focus on maybe some different types of bamboo farms. I'm very much interested in getting opinions. I like the ease of doing the flying machines just because I can do a ton. And then I like to take the bamboo and feed it into a super smelter. That way, if I come back with 10 stacks of sand and I need glass real quick, I can pop it all in there and it'll be done in a minute, something like that. This is kind of where we're at. And I think the next thing we need to do is set up the zombie curing station and go and get the materials to actually create those potions. That'll end up wrapping us up for today. So I appreciate you guys coming by. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you liked it, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.